So I'm Justin Berger. I'm one of the three co-founders of Kind Control. And really our goal is to make automating and monitoring consumer home grows of cannabis easier. And so really the way that we look at it is we don't want to prescribe how someone sets up their grow. So our motto is automate your grow the way you want. So the way Kind Control works is Kind Control lets you define rules based on Bluetooth sensor data and or time to turn on and off power outlets. Rules can be forever, or they can be defined in stages to support different stages of plant growth and harvest. Let's see. Really the solution comes in three parts. The first is the Kind Control IoT device. So this is a basic PCB board that allows us to turn on and off relays, as well as evaluate the rules using that sensor data in time. The second is Kind Control sensors. So these are Bluetooth low energy sensors. They run off a watch battery, and they have a battery life of about 6 months. Today we have a temperature and humidity sensor. We're also working on a pH, both liquid and soil, as well as moisture and CO2. And then the final part is the Kind Control Cloud web app. This is a real-time dashboard to see all of the environmental data, as well as define those rules and stages. So really how it works from the end user's perspective is they set up the device, they connect it to their local Wi-Fi and register an account at kindcontrol.com. They define those rules which decide when each of those individual outlets are on or off, and then they use that web app to monitor the sensors and the rules, as well as a mobile app. So this is part of the real-time dashboard. So in real time, the users can see which outlets are on or off, what activity has happened, so when did they turn on and off, as well as power consumption data for each one of those individual outlets, and then the transition of stages, like where they're at in the process for each stage. We also give them real-time access to the sensor data. So here I'm showing we have two sensors. One is a temperature sensor that sits outside of the grow tent, and then a humidity sensor that sits inside. And both of those are used in a rule set to determine when to turn on and off a ventilation fan to maintain the proper temperature and humidity. This shows three different types of rules and how you create them. So the first on the top left is a humidity sensor. So it's saying anytime the humidity is equal to 50%, turn on the sensor. On the top, on the right, is a time-based rule. So the light, as an example, would be turned on at 4:20 a.m. and turned off at 4:20 p.m. every day. And then finally at the bottom is an interval rule. So this will turn on, say, a circulation fan for 30 minutes every 2.5 hours. The team is myself. Again, my name is Justin Berger. I'm a back-end software engineer. I'm also an Oregon State Master Gardener. Dan Sabo, he's an electrical and embedded engineer. He's been designing and working with manufacturers for the PCB board, as well as Ricky, who is our front and back-end engineer. So the revenue model for us, we'll be selling the Kind Control IoT device, probably for around $500 USD. The Kind Control Cloud will be free. We'll also have a premium service that offers more in-depth analytical data and comparison data with other people's grows. And the device itself comes with one Bluetooth sensor that's both dual temperature and humidity, but we'll be selling additional sensors for an additional fee, as well as partnerships. We're really looking to partner with people like light manufacturers to embed technology to control that light without having it be plugged into an individual outlet. So thank you again for the time. Happy to answer any questions.